Hi, everyone, and welcome to TWF Monday Night Raw, or Alone Tonight Raw. I, Michael Cole, Bob Walk here, and Wade Barrett here. And today on Monday Night Raw, or Alone Tonight Raw, we're going to have Father Yule here today. Because we're in the 12th month, and in the 12th month for Christendom, it is Yule. At least for Western Christendom. In the Eastern Christendom, they do Yule in the first month. So we're going to have Father Yule here today on Monday Night Raw, Alone Night Raw, to seek out who's been good, who's been bad, Michael Cole says. You got that right, Michael. Bob Walk says. We got Father Yule here today on Monday Night Raw, or Alone Tonight Raw. And, you know, he comes around between the 11th month and the 12th month in Western Christendom. And then the first month for Eastern Christendom, Bob Walk says. I'll tell you one thing, Michael and Bob. Father Yule, that's what we call him in the 4-1 Kingdom. You know, he always comes around on one night out of the year, Yule Eve, until Yule Day on the 24th and the 25th of the 12th month. And it would be the 24th and the 25th of the first month for Eastern Christendom. Here it comes. Here he is, Wade Barrett says. Good old Father Yule. That's what we call him in the 4-1 Kingdom. You know, it hasn't really caught on with the rest of the world, but in some other sides of the world, they do call him Father Yule, Wade Barrett says. And I hope I get some good things this year. Alright. Ho, ho, ho. Happy Yule. I am Father Yule, also known by as Santa Claus, which was taken from the Dutching take of Santa Claus. I'm also known as Holy Fellow Nicholas, the Jolly Old Fat Man, the Gift Bringer, or the other one called the Heavenly Gift Giver. You know, and I've been giving gifts out to folks at Yule time in the 12th month for Western Christendom, in the first month for Eastern Christendom, for sundryest years. But I don't do it for me. Oh no. I do it to onlook Jesus, who was given to mankind and womankind as a gift. The same way that those wise kings or wise men gave gifts to Jesus when they seeked him out in the 6th month of the first month for Western Christendom, it would also happen, you know, and giving gifts is a way to onlook the wise men who gave gifts to Jesus, who himself was a gift given to us by God, to all mankind and womankind. The gift that Jesus gave us, the gift that God and Jesus both gave us, was to having our stead in heaven, and our afterlife, having our stead in heaven through God and through Jesus, with one's sins atoned for and cleaned away. That was the gift that God and Jesus gave us. So I want to say, hey, Father Yule, it's so great to see you, isn't it? I mean, think of it, Father Yule. We have a lot of things that is the same between us. You, Father Yule, you like to give out gifts, you know. And I want to say that I onlook all of your hard work. Shit, whoa! Well, alright, Seth Rollins, I'm glad to hear that you onlooked me and all my hard work. But I want to know one thing. You know, I want to be the TWF. I want to be the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. That is that's on my gift list. It is on my gift list. And I know, Santa Claus, that you're busy this one time of the year. Mostly, for Western Christendom. and then Eastern Christendom. Now, Seth, I wish I could say that in my bag was the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings. I wish I could say that, but at the end of the day, Seth, Father Yule can't give you the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings since Father Yule doesn't have any might or sway over the booking and writing. But I do know, Seth Rollins, that you have, I do know you've been good. I do know that, you've been good. But the only way I can only do that. I mean, I'm sorry, I can't give you that. Well, what I meant to say is that here's something else. Here's something else, that I hope that at least as one gift you can do something about. Alright? Well, that there's this shithead. There's this shithead by the name of Seth Rollins, by CM Punk. I don't like him. I have never gotten along with him. And he thinks that he has the right to go for the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings before I do. You think that's fair? Well, Seth, life is not fair. But I want to say, hold it. Father Yule, it's good to see you. Seth Rollins, it's good to see you too. So, fuck! So let me get this straight. You want me to have a match with you. So that's what you want. Well, alright, I'll put the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings on stake here today against you, Seth Rollins. And at the end of the day, that's what I'm going to do. Now, I don't know. Shit! Well, I don't know. Morris says. You see, I don't know, Morris says, to be earnest with... to be earnest with you, Morris says, I don't know if Astronema is going to let this match happen or not. Well, Mora, I don't know what I can do about that, Santa Claus says, since I don't have any sway over the booking or writing. Well, I know someone who does. Alright, Astronema says, I can't stand up well in this ring. Fuck. Alright. Well, there goes Santa Claus. Well, I can't stand up well in this ring. Stand up! Stand up! Well, fuck. Alright, stand up. Well, I know one thing, Astronema says. I can't stand up in this ring anymore. I don't think I ever could. I could stand up in the ring once, and no, I no longer can anymore. Come on. Get up. So what I'm going to do is, I'm the only one, that can make that match. So Mora, if you and Seth Rollins want to fight here today on Monday Night Raw and on Monday Night Raw instead of doing it at Christmas Chaos or Yule Madness, then I'll do it. Here today, Seth Rollins fights Mora for the TWF Heavyweight and World Heavyweight winnings. Astronema says Astronema. And we do it now. Annie Clipter says you could just think of it as your early Yule gift to you, Mora, or to you, Seth Rollins. Ecliptor goes, so I want to wish you all a happy Yule, or a happy gathering of lights, or a happy gathering of followership. Ecliptor goes, me too, Astronema says, you can see it as your early Yule gift. Mora fights Seth Rollins for the TWF Heavyweight and World Heavyweight winnings here today on Monday Night Raw, or Alone Night Raw, and I can't stand up in this ring anymore. I can't stand up in this ring anymore. Even having to hold my feet were made. No, I can't stand up in the here anymore. Well, we stand up. Fuck! And I hope she didn't get cracked, because if she did, I'll have to throw her out. Look back at that. No. No. There we go. Thank God she didn't get cracked. And up. Here we go. Alright, here we go. This is for the TWF Heavyweight and World Heavyweight winnings. We got Seth Rollins and a TWF Heavyweight fighter, TWF Heavyweight and World Heavyweight fighter, Mora. Well, you know this fight lord can't stand up in the ring, Michael Cole says. And what do you think about this, early Yule gift from Astronema to Seth Rollins? Or also to the TWF followership, Michael Cole says. And a weird, awkward body slam, and the Fight Lord falls right down on Seth Rollins by mishap, Michael Cole says. Yeah, Mora didn't think she was going to be putting her TWF Heavyweight and World Heavyweight winnings on stake until Christmas Chaos or Yule Madness coming up on the 25th of this month. Bob Walk says, I can tell you what, Wade Barrett said, Astronema, he's been known to give off gifts, early Yule gifts, and some folks have to yield until the 24th or the 25th to get their gift. Oh, and Mora! Oh, Mora just hit. Mora got her foot caught in the rope right now, and Seth Rollins knocked Mora down. Wade Barrett said some folks have to yield until the 24th and the 25th to get their gifts in the 12th month, and some got to yield for the 24th or 25th the first month to get their gifts. Wade Barrett says. So, anyway, Mora's in a bind right now with Seth Rollins coming at her, Wade Barrett says. And anyway, I just want to say, I think Astronema did a good thing, Wade Barrett says, by making this match. Even though I don't really think Mora, I don't really think that's what Mora had in mind when she came to work here today in the TWF, Wade Barrett said. But what do you mean, Michael Cole said that wasn't what she had in mind? You saw Mora come out here. You said she was going to put her straps on line, her winnings on stake here today, Michael Cole says. And Seth Rollins has to watch out for the Hawaii spike, Michael Cole says. Oh, she missed. Seth Rollins Mora missed the Hawaii spike, Michael Cole says. And now Seth Rollins, curb stomp on Mora. Will Seth Rollins become the new TWF Heavyweight and World Heavyweight fighter, Michael Cole says. If that would happen, Seth Rollins would get his early Yule gift here, before Yule. It'd be an early Yule gift for him, Michael Cole, if he would win the TWF heavyweight and light winnings. Bob Walk says. Well, that's if the curse stump did enough to keep her out. Wade Barrett says 1, 2, and Mora just kicked out. It wasn't enough. Seth Rollins has to do a lot more than just curve stump Mora. He just gave Mora the pedigree, and down went the Fight Lord once again. Once again, Michael Cole says, someone has to do something about that fight overling because he keeps falling down all the time. But then again, folks falling out of the ring, falling out of the ring, falling over, has been going on for 30 years in the toy wrestling gathering. And another curve stump, and the Fight Lord went down again. The fight overling went down again. Will this be enough? Michael Cole says. We'll have to see, Wade Barrett said, if it is enough, to beat her or not. 1, 2, 3. Ding, ding, ding. Here is your winner and the new TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter, Seth Rollins. Seth Rollins has beat Mora, and he is now the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter, Michael Cole says. And Mora and Seth Rollins shook hands, and now Mora got out of the ring now. Mora's held the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings since the 4th month of this year when she beat Maxwell Jacob Friedman, Michael Cole says. That's right, Wade Barrett said. That's right, Bob Walk said. That's how long Mora was the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter for. Bob Walk says. So I want to say good work to Seth Rollins, since he is now the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. He won one winnings that goes back to between 93 YL of Earthquake, and another one that goes back to 2001 YL of Hulk Hogan. So Seth Rollins is now both the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. And there you can see him in the ring now, Michael Cole says, with both straps, with both winnings. That's right, Bob Walk says. Seth Rollins is the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter now, Bob Walk says. Seth Rollins beat Mora. Would you think that would happen, Michael? You think that would happen, Bob? Did you both think that you came in today, you think Seth Rollins would win the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter? He has to thank he has to thank Santa Claus or Father Yule or whatever you want to call him for that. Wade Barrett said he's one lucky son of a bitch. Forgive my English there, Wade Barrett says. All right, take it away, Mike Lane. All right, Seth Rollins. We now know you are now the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. You beat Mora and you won the TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight winnings. However, we want to say you got to give a lot of thanks to, Astronema for making the match here today. First off, Mike Lane, I do got to give a lot of onlook and a lot of thanks to Astronema. Corone, whatever you want to call her, for her making this match. And I also got to give onlook to Mora for being a fighting, onlooking TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter to hold on to both those winnings since the 4th month of this year. And I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to say, but I do know one thing. If CM Punk thinks that he's going to walk in here and just take these winnings off of me, he's got another guest coming. Yeah, he does. And that goes the same thing for another shithead out there besides Seth Rollins. That goes to Maxwell Jacob Friedman, because he's another shithead who thinks he's great than everyone else, so he's not. Well, do you see why if Moore wants to have another match with you, Seth Rollins? Well, if Moore wants to have another match with me, Mike, she knows where to seek me, and I'll be happy to give her another match, even if it has to be at Christmas Chaos or Yule Madness on the 25th. Alright, Seth Rollins, good luck with you, and good work becoming a TWF heavyweight and world heavyweight fighter. Back to you, Michael Cole and Bob Walk. Shit. Well, thank you, Mike Lane, for talking with Seth Rollins here today on Monday Night Raw, or Alone Tonight Raw. That's all the time we got here. I, Michael Cole, Bob Walk, and Wade Barrett. We hope you like Alone Tonight Raw, and we'll see you tomorrow.